Hello. You may remember me. My name's Chris. I'm the course leader for games design at Southport College. I most probably did your interview. And I just wanted to take this opportunity to give you some more information about what you're going to be doing on the course in September. Show you some of the stuff that our students have done this year for their final major project. And give you something to have a think about over the summer. Maybe you want to do a few tasks and send them my way to have a look at in preparation for joining the course in September. So I'm just going to spend 15 minutes or so just going through a few things. I'll make sure that my email goes up at the end of the video, and if you've got any questions from this video, you can email me on my college email, and I'll get straight back to you with any information that you may need. So just a quick overview of the course, just to remind you. So the games design course is a 2-year course. On your first year that you're going to be joining us in September, we primarily focus on 2D games development. We'll be using a game engine called Construct to do that. You can download that for free. If you just Google Construct 3, you'll be able to access that. In fact, you don't even download it. You can use that on the browser with a free account and start to get used to how that works. We will go through some of the basic principles of games development, teach you how to use the engine, like I said, and the main skills that we train you in and assess are in research, contextual studies, practical skills, and evaluation and reflection, and those are the 4 things that you'll get assessed on in the first year of the course. On the second year, we go on to 3D. We add a few more skills: problem solving, planning and production, and presentation. But it's really an extension of the first year. It's what you're going to be doing in the first year. So let's have a look at some of the work that was produced in the first year this year. So by the end of this year, by the end of your first year on games design, this is the sort of thing that you'll be able to do. First assignment brief that we've got up now. All of the assignment briefs follow the same sort of plan. This is the first assignment brief that you'll have over the course of this year. You can see there, building and theming Pong. So even though we deal with a very, very simple game, you'll probably be familiar with Pong, it helps us understand how to use the software and go through the basic fundamental principles of a games production. You'll be able to retheme it. We've got a schedule there, so we only do it over 4 or 5 weeks. What the production requires will get you used to evidencing stuff on your blog, so how you're actually going to evidence this, and then the units this will go towards, and a list of the information that you're going to be required to do. So that kind of covers an assignment brief. That's the sort of thing that you'll be doing on the first year, and you'll have how many? 4 different productions I think you'll be doing. So Pong, platform game, shoot 'em up, and FMP. Those are subject to change, but that's what we did this year, and it's most probably going to be what we do next year. So let's have a look at a couple of games. So our itch account, so if you go to itch.io, that web address there, you'll be able to get to our, and just Google and just search on there, Games Design Southport. You'll be able to access all of these games yourself and have a play yourself. But just to kind of highlight some of the stuff that we've got on here. So we've got In the Shadows here. This is a stealth game. So a top-down stealth game made in Construct. So the objective of this game is to move around this maze-like science research station and to avoid being detected by cameras. So there's a camera there. You'll be able to see if I walk into that camera, the detection meter goes up, and when the detection meter gets turned on, we get a guard. The guard's going to see you, and then it restarts. So the whole thing was produced by the students start to finish, graphics, the mechanics, the audio, the presentation, and everything. And we put a lot of focus onto those things. What else do we have? We have a snippet from a visual novel called Penguin. So this student in particular wanted to do something to do with visual novels. He really likes Doki Doki Literature Club and those types of things, but also wanted to focus on something to do with anxiety. And so wanted to have this discussion between these two characters represented or represents a person talking to his anxiety, to his mental health. Fairly simple, but there's dialogue tree in here. We've got new pictures to represent how the things are feeling. And as you can see, original artwork, sound, and actual dialogue. First time we've had any visual novel stuff this year, actually. We have this one, Conjure Night, which is inspired by The Legend of Zelda, specifically The Legend of Zelda on the GBA, so the Mimish Cap. That's what this student particularly wanted to do. So, so you can see where that kind of comes from. And the idea is that you've got to find... Sorry, I'm not making it fun, so just moving around a little bit. You've got to find these keys. Those are the normal sorts of projects that we get over the course of the FMP. We'd also have a couple of other quite interesting different projects, stuff that we don't normally get. So for instance, we have strategy here. This is a demo for a farming simulator style game. So where you'll go around, collect seeds, plant the seeds. As you see, we've got some really nice... Now, when we put these things into full screen mode, they can chug a little bit. They can be a little bit slower on the frame rate. I think that's because they're being streamed at full screen. But you still get the right idea. We've got some nice animation in here. We've got this kind of field system, and we can buy seeds and collect water. If I click on the trees, you can see in the bottom corner here, we've got wood going up. Oh, looks like I've got it from that tree. So very reminiscent of Animal Crossing, just without the fancy animations. We can collect water, we can collect seeds, we can collect rocks. I believe we can buy stuff. So I've got 2 wood there. I haven't really got anything else to buy with. So we can get some wheat for wood. There we go. So this is quite an ambitious project, not something we used to get in. The student did very well to get it done and got a good grade from it with the supporting evidence. What else do we have? Let's have a look. We have, where's our role-playing game? So we have, this is astonishingly good. We really like this one. This is Lost Whispers, and it is a combat demo for a role-playing game. So if you think about something like Pokemon, when you go to capture a Pokemon or you're in a trainer battle, you'll get a turn-based combat sequence, much like Final Fantasy as well. So this is something that I would normally be a bit reticent to let students have a go at, because it's quite complex, but this student spent a good chunk of this year doing really, really well, spent all year doing really well, in fact, working really hard, was working outside of class quite a lot, and when they pitched this idea, like I said, normally I wouldn't necessarily encourage it, but knowing the student and their skill and their passion for doing games design, we said, why not? You've kind of proven that you can do this. So typical stuff, I'm going to attack enemy 1, I'm going to buff weaken enemies, and let's weaken enemy 2, and then let's attack enemy 2. And that will play out in typical standard. We've got some animations in there, we've got some nice screen effects going on, we can see what's going on. And yeah, so everything was done by the student on this one. The graphics, the sound, the audio, all done by one student over the course of 10 weeks. And their blog is extremely detailed to support this this product. So fantastic product. And this, along with another product that we've had, a rhythm game, have both been entered for an awards show this year. So hopefully they'll do well on that. We don't get much that's to that level. These students have worked really hard all year, developed their skills really well. But more than that, they're really passionate about games development and really want to get into the industry, and so they're working very hard at the moment to do that. Okay. What I would like you to have a think about doing over the, and I'm just going to bring this up, over the summer period, is something that I would have got you to do if our new Applicants Day had happened, is produce a personal gaming timeline. Now I've got two examples up on the screen there. What I'd like you to do is kind of illustrate for me using pictures that you've taken from Google. What's your personal history? What have you grown up playing? So if I was to do my timeline, I'm quite old, of course, so I've been gaming since the birth of games have existed. So I've got quite a long timeline that starts very early on, pre kind of NES and stuff like that. The two examples we've got up here are from two of our students. You can see one of those students gaming has largely been around Xbox 360, the Wii, PCs. The other student has been lucky enough to have things like the Mega Drive, PC, a DS there, Vita, and sorry, not Vita, PSP, PS4. So they've had, you know, that a lot more. And it's got nothing to do with how much gaming experience you have had, but I'm intrigued, I'm interested, and it helps me understand you as a gamer, what experiences you've had. So you can put something together like this in anything you want, Word, Publisher, anything at all. And what I'd like you to do is have a go at that, produce something for me, snip it out as an image or a Word file or something, and then email it to me with the email that I'll show at the end. So after I've finished talking here, my email will come up at the end of the this video. If you could just send your personal gaming timelines to that email. And lastly, I would really like to just promote, so let me just bring that back up. I would really like to promote, we have started a new Twitch channel. Now this is relatively new. At the moment it's just myself streaming. I've been streaming, so I play Civilization 6 with friends of mine on a Friday, and I'm quite a big board gamer, and of course with the pandemic and the lockdown we've been doing a lot of online board gaming, so which I do on a Wednesday. But I've also been streaming God of War, which I've recently completed on the PS4, and I'm just starting, or I'm a few hours into Resident Evil 7, which I'll be doing some streaming of. You'll quickly find out about me. I'm a bit of a wimp when it comes to horror games, not a fan of them. However, the Resident Evil games are a fantastic design. I'm very interested in how they've evolved the horror genre or reacted to a lot of these other horror games. And so I'm forcing myself to go through Resident Evil 7, and it is a force. So I'm just about feeling confident enough that I can stream it. So that'll be streamed. We've also got some Switch stuff being streamed. I recently picked up Garage Game Builder, and you know, I play Hades. My son plays Minecraft, so you might see some of that on the channel. So, and we'll be getting other tutors to stream. So I wouldn't, if you're on Twitch and you watch stuff, I'd appreciate a follow. Feel free to have a look. You won't see me or other people on camera very much. This is not. This is more just to promote the course and to kind of, you know, if people come across it, for them to see there's a course at Southport College. But if you are interested, please do have a look at that. Okay, so I just wanted to say, bring myself back up here to full screen. I just wanted to say thank you for watching this. We look forward to seeing you in September. I look forward to seeing your personal gaming timelines. And if you've got any questions or anything you want to know or anything you want to share with us, then please do just contact me at the college. Okay, so have a great summer, and I'll see you late August, early September. See you again.